Welcome everybody to another Icarus Mods video. I know it's been a long time since I've done one. I've had a lot of summer projects going on this year and just haven't gotten around to getting a video made. So I got quite a few mods that are getting close to being released, so I wanted to make sure and got a video out for everybody. This is the main one I've been working on for a long time now. It's steel buildings mod. As you can see, it has a lot of building pieces, including glass windows, the door. Currently, it's just a single door piece. You can't do double doors or anything like that. It does have a door. Working door just like everything else. And you can replace this with any other door. It does have all the sockets and everything, just like all the regular building pieces, so you can put any door in here will fit. The windows that I've made, when I originally did them, they used to be more of like a haze over them, kind of like the glass that's in the game, but I really didn't like the look of it. When you look outside and you see a really nice view, I mean, you spend all that time building in a nice spot and then you look out and it's all hazed up because the glass is kind of frosted, so you can still see it from the angle and stuff like that, but I don't know, I might change it a little bit, try to find like a little bit more of a haze so you can see it maybe a little bit better, but I just really like the way it looks. It's a nice clean look, and you can definitely tell there's glass there from the side. And obviously if you shoot it, you can still see it's really thick glass, obviously, since it takes impacts like that. The floor has many different options. So if you were to place a floor piece, you have a regular steel floor. You have a rifled diamond plate steel floor. You have a textured, like military look steel plate. And then you have a combination of both of them that's rifled and has the bump map steel plate texturing for the military look. And then you can have all four of those exact same versions depending on what you're building, but with a caution outline. So you'll see on the inside here, it looks really nice if you build the center with like one of these, and then along the outside wall where you have all your benches, you can put these up and it gives it like a nice little like warning thing, or if your balcony has that out there. So, and like I said, these have all the different combinations just like the plane does. As for the walls, I have several different variations of the walls. There's obviously, you've seen the window one here. So you have the window. You have an actual window one, where there's nothing there, so you can shoot through it and stuff like that. Animals will go through that though, obviously. You have a glass one or frame if you want like a nice big view with just the minimal amount of obstructions. You'll see that later on in that back section over there. I'll show you what I use that for, but it's the same type of glass. Obviously it's not indestructible, but it is very strong. And then we have the solid wall on each side. And you can see there's a lot of bump mapping textures. I took a lot of time on these to make them look really nice. And then you have the door opening, and then you have this variation. So if you notice which side the arrow's pointing, will tell you what side has the largest indent in it. So if you see how small that is on the inside, and then on the outside it has a nice big offset in there. So depending on your base, like this is obviously the arrow out. If you want that on the inside of your base, then you would just make it to where the arrow pointed in. And then the last one we have is more like a beam structure. So if you want to do like a bridge support, you can use that to go through there, and obviously you can shoot through it. And then the beams, I really wanted to make the beams seamless, where when you put them up it looks like they were meant to be that way. So they all have like finished ends. If you look at that end, you can kind of see it has a finished end. It's not hollow through the inside. See if I can hop up there. You can see that it's not hollow. It just has a nice little inset in there. Give it a little bit more detail. And then the stairs. You see the stairs here too that I've added. And then there's ramps. So you can see the roof is a ramp. And on the inside, it's solid like that too. So the ramp pieces are just like the floor pieces. There's many different variations. So if you deploy a ramp, you have the stairs, and then you have the same 4 without the danger and the same 4 with the danger. So you could do just a solid ramp, or a danger with the diamond plate ramp, or combination of all of them, or if you just want a plain danger with the steel look, and again the bump mapping and detail on the textures. So that's the ramp pieces, the wall pieces. The beams obviously have straight, diagonal, horizontal, and then this is a different beam. So this is designed for like walls. If you want like a little nice bump out to give it more of like a sci-fi look or whatever. Originally had a bunch of different beams, but I ended up consolidating a lot of them down. And I really liked the way this one looked. So I kept that one just as the one extra, but then all the rest are just the 3 different variations of that beam. And then the handrails, the stairs are just like any other stair in the game. Any handrail will work on it. As with the floor pieces, it has all the sockets just like the regular game's floor pieces. So any type of snapping, like the fireplace and everything, will snap to it just like the regular game floor pieces. So that includes the ladders, railings, everything will snap to it. That's the majority of the building pieces. I do have angle pieces too here. Oh, I do have the half floor pieces too. So like the little half floor pieces for shelves and stuff like that. You can see that right here. If you look underneath, it has the same nice detail as all of it. That's not a lot of detail. It's actually bump mapping that makes it look like 3D like that. So it doesn't cause a lot of pull on your frame rate. And then this is, like I said, the half wall section right here. So it just gives you like a nice little shelf that kind of matches the rest of it. And then we have the angle pieces for angled roof, which is this one right here. And then the other one there. And then there's a peak too. I just kind of built this so you guys can kind of see what it looks like. So you can build peak roofs and stuff like that. Although I don't have a floor piece that goes up and down like that at this time. It's on my list to do, but it does allow you to build roofs like this that have like a nice slot to the, or angle to the side here. And then, like I said, my beams. More of the railings. So these railings snap. And then I have these smaller ones. These don't snap. So if you have some weird places where you just need like a little piece of beam, or sorry about that, little bit of railing to fill in a gap or whatever, you can use those. And then this is another one of my floor pieces. If you deploy the floor, you'll see it has these two little ones. One's a little thicker, and it's just like the shelf piece. It matches the shelf piece that goes down the center. And then the other one was the thinner one like that, which is right here. And these snap too. These have the sockets in them for railings to snap. And like I said, they'll accept any railing in the game. And then these are the stairs I've added. These will be a separate crafting thing. It won't be like the regular stairs for the building pieces. These are separate stairs that'll be crafted separately from it, so you don't like craft a bunch of ramps and then add those. You have to craft those separately. That's the majority of all the building pieces I have. And then the foundations. Let me go outside here. So the foundation pieces, we have several different variations. You have a solid block. This is just like the concrete foundation. It is just a solid block. Let me go up there and sleep real quick so then you can see it better. This is another, I'll show you another mod I'm working on. So my custom options mod now has a couple extra ones. It has, you can turn the lights on and off. So it'll turn off all the lights or turn them all back on. You can activate the closest fireplace or deactivate it. So if you're going up here and the closest fireplace was down there, you could just click this, activate, go to bed, and then deactivate it. Before I go to sleep, I'll show you guys the modifications I made to the HK417 that I did for Fork Bomb. Thanks to him again for his generous donation and the purchase of the rights to the original model. So this one has a reflex sight on it. Has a reflex sight with a red target on it, a silencer on it, and a flashlight on the front. So when you're out at night, you could just turn the flashlight on It's silenced. And just like the other one, it does have full auto. It does look really cool. Especially when you're going through the woods at night. I think it's a really nice touch. It's actually one of my favorite weapon mods I've done so far. It just turned out really nice. You can just turn it on and off. Whatever your key is for your light is what it uses. So if you have it set to L, then your L will do that. But it just turned out really nice. Back to the tour, and like I said, any door will work with this. So you can have any door work with the steel buildings. You can activate any fire with that. This is the bed I made. You can save your spot. You can't currently use it because I'm trying to get it to where you don't need a campfire. Because it's a more modern bed. Like it'd have a heating element in it, so you wouldn't need to have a fire going. So I just have that so you can kind of see how it matches. So I'll sleep down here. Like I said, you can deactivate that from there. These are the light switches that I added to the game. They act like four-way switches, so you can on and off from any location. It does all the lights in the map, and it even works with the default game lights. You turn on, and if you notice, the light switch actually goes up and down, and then when it's off, it does have a little bit of a glow to it, so you can still find them. And they are in sync, so if you turn this one on and off, turn it off, and then go to this one will be in the off position. They stay in sync with each other. And you can have as many of these as you want. They all communicate with each other. You can see I have one down here. That works too. So that's the majority of the building stuff. Turn the lights back on. Let me go over, so the terrarium in the front here, something I'm working on. I have this Anar's dart gun I made right here, and it shoots these darts. So if you shoot one of these darts, you can see the little dart. It's probably not going to let me pull that out because it's a door, yeah. But yeah, so the dart, it's a like tranquilizer dart. Be able to shoot that. There we go. Tranquilizer dart. And the concept is that you would have to shoot an animal. I can shoot him. There we go. And find the dart on it. Oh, it's underneath it. So if I just skin it, you'll see I get the dart back. Tranquilize the dart. And the concept is that that will be a different model there, and it will contain the bird's DNA. So you would take that dart, and then you could go over to the terrarium, interact with it, and then add the DNA and allow you to craft them. So you could have like a little mini one here. So I just have these up there just for testing purposes. So like you could add like little rabbits, a wolf, jaguar, they all spawn. I had to put a feed in there so they could eat. It basically drops a dead animal in there for them to eat. And then if things get out of control, obviously you have to have it exterminate. And it exterminates all the ones except for the mounts. The mounts do not exterminate. That's why these two are left in there. And it's still a work in progress. But like I said, you can add little mini versions of them. Bears, cubs. Like that. And then I have a larger version of that I obviously have over here separated from my base, because in testing was many times I was killed because things spawned that were a little too powerful. So this will actually find any local wildlife that spawned into this map. So we have a swamp rope, and then you can scale it up, adjust the level, spawn it in. You can do rabbits. And if we do a deer, I'll shrink it down. And you can see the little deer. Antelope. And then, so it just kind of allows you to change the scaling and stuff. You can see these are different creatures than this map normally has. I've just been doing a lot of testing with spawning different animals in different biomes. There will not be a mod for that, as at this time that's the type of mod that is. I can't control whether or not it allows it to work on only a game that has the DLC, but I am working on that, a way to allow you to have all the creatures in the different biomes only if you have the DLCs for that. So that's just some of the stuff I've been working on. And obviously this has the same capabilities as that one. If it gets out of control, you can always burn them. So I think the only thing left to show is the base pieces. Before it got dark, I started showing them. So this one's just like the concrete. It's just basically like a big square steel. And then we have the one that you see on a lot of the base here. It kind of matches the walls and stuff like that. So you can have them. And then we have just like the walls. If you were to build like pillars for a bridge, you'd be able to just use these and build these straight up and have like a nice design pillar for them. And there's two different versions of that. There's that one, and then there's this textured one that kind of matches. That has the same textures that kind of match the rest of the theme with the still buildings. And then we have a plain one like that. And like I said before, then the textured one. So there's two different versions of that. And then the solid. Show if I can find some animals down here. We'll show kind of like the dart system in action. So one of the other changes I just did to my custom options mod, when you bring it up, if you can't find a creature that you killed, you can show the corpse indicators, and these will spawn with a red light on it, and then when you get close it shuts it off so you can find where they are. Like I said, when you skin them, if you can't see the dart, you'll be able to skin it and get the DNA from it right there. And then you can see the one I killed over here. Like I said, it lights up the area red and gives you a nice big green arrow. And then as soon as you get close, it disables it. And now that there's two there, you will see it spawns two of them. And like I said, as soon as you walk over them, they disappear. And then if there's a animal you found that you can't get to it, you can bring this up and hide them and it will remove them all. So that should help a lot with the, even at night when you're hunting, it really shows up nicely at night. So if you kill an animal at night, can't find it, and you have that custom options mod in, you can just show them. It tells you how many corpses it found. 27. A lot of those are the ones that were in the terrariums. So you can hide those. I have also added clear skies. I used to have the clear all weather, but what that did is that eliminated basically the entire weather system from that map permanently. So then once you start to do crops and everything, you wouldn't get any rainfall. So I've also added this in here, which will add rainfall. So if you have any type of crops or anything and you click that, it actually adds a lot of rainfall instantly to the map. Extinguish fire is just like the rain. It's just like the rain. So if you have something on fire, it's not going to instantly put it out. It'll slowly start putting it out. It's like if the trees were on fire, you could do that. And you'll see it tells you what biome it's in. So you're currently in the Riverlands. So then you would just click the extinguish fires and it would start to put them out. It doesn't work like 100%. Like I said, it's like a light rain, but it helps cut them down a lot. And I mean, I believe that's it for now. Double check. Oh, I do have, I added another light to the game. I forgot to show that. Let me run back up here. I didn't have a wall light, so I kind of wanted to add a wall light. And these are nice. So these you can place above the doors. On and off, just like my other LED lights. They're nice to lighten up the doors or just above stairwells. But what I really designed them for was over your benches. So you see I have them installed over top of the benches. So it kind of lights up the benches. So you don't have to have like just a regular light with shadows. Dealing with all that. So you have nice little bench lights here. So, and then this is what the foundry looks like with the puck lights. So if you look inside here, you see I have my little puck lights in here. You pick those up. And it dims it down. So you can put them in there, or another nice place to put them is right up in these. And it lights it up nicely. And you can see there's 4 slots here. So if you, depending on how you want to light it up, if you want to light up the top or if you want to light up the surrounding around it. And like I said, these all work with these. I'm hoping to have the metal buildy, the steel buildables released soon. I may just do a regular bed for now, since I'm having problems getting it to work without having a fireplace. So I might just enable it just to work normal, like a regular bed, to be part of the mod. But I'm hoping in the next week or two to have it released. And then shortly after that, have the Terrarium mods released. And then you can see the foundations I did here. I went with the X-shaped ones that match in with the bottoms. And it looks really nice if you were to put the beams in. Where that is. Gives it a nice transition from the floor pieces to the wall. And then you can see they match up really nice. And that's about it. I'm just messing around with. And then if you pick that up, All right. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like and subscribe if you'd like to see some more videos and some more of my future mods. Thank you.